That's a story I want my children to hear. Can you tell us a little bit about how you came to tell this story in this way, and why you think it matters as an artist that we tell these kind of stories?
Thank you so much for this question. And in context of that question, I want to introduce Zach Banner, former Pittsburgh Steeler, who is here with us tonight. He lives in the Los Angeles region. Zach, will you please stand up? I think he's so much a part of the story. Where are you? Standing, Zach. Thank you. I think we follow stories. As all of this was taking place, we were seeing the rise in anti-Semitism, as I said earlier. And as my friend Eric Ward says, anti-Semitism is the ideological driver in the white power movement. And I think Zach sort of alluded to that. It's like if we understand that, we begin to unpack some of what you just spoke about. What can we do about it? That has been my life's work. Like, what can we do? And to see what unfolded in Pittsburgh, to see what was apparent on the ground when Shireen first went there, was to know that this is a story that can possibly move people into action in a new way. Pittsburgh created that. We decided to look for the light, and there was so much light. There is so much light in Pittsburgh. The racism that you spoke about, that hasn't gone away. Obviously, it hasn't, and it's part of the longer film where, there are more conversations about that and the challenges that remain. But there is an opening, and in this trauma that took place, I think the Jewish community played such a significant role. First of all, and let me just say this, they were prepared. They were prepared for this attack because of the relationships that they had built over time. It wasn't just suddenly, Wasi Muhammad appears. He had Rabbi Meyer's phone number. They knew each other. These relationships were there, and these connections were there. And we have seen that over and over again in Not in Our Town stories over these decades. That is what we can do to begin to prevent hate. Build those connections earlier. And so it is part of, I guess, what I've seen for so many years. When we do that, we strengthen ourselves. That is one of the core ingredients of hate crime prevention and intolerance. I do think that this discussion about the intersectional nature of understanding anti-Semitism and its relationship to racism and anti-immigrant violence against and attacks on LGBTQ people, it's essential. These are hard conversations. These are hard conversations and painful because there's so much pain and trauma, right? So how can a story from some other place open up a discussion? That is our goal as filmmakers. That's what we want to do. How can seeing something from another place open us to these hard conversations about what we do next?
Thank you.